and welcome to Sonyabeonit channel. Today is all about seafood. We're standing in the parking lot of DeKalb County Farmers Market. This is the place to come when you want any kind of freshness of meat, fruits, desserts, I mean just everything, vegetables, the whole 9 yards. Today is all about seafood, so we're going inside and we're going to purchase some crab legs. We're going to do blue crabs, we're going to do shrimps, and we're going to do some oysters because there's some recipes I would like to share with you. Unfortunately, I can't take you inside with me because they do not allow cameras, but stay tuned, there is more to come. Okay, here's a few things I want to show you that I picked up from the market today. The first thing I did is picked up this General Tso sauce. It's an Asian type sauce, which is very good. I bought 2 of these. These was like $3.99 from the DeKalb market. I bought some pineapple sauce because tonight, like I said, it's all about seafood. I'm going to devein some shrimps, fry them, and then this would be one of the dipping sauce, the pineapple sauce. Then we have a choice of that or this sweet and sour sauce. This is delicious. I also picked up some sesame seed oil because I think later on in the week we're going to fry some things with the sesame seed oil. The cabbage, this is beautiful. I picked this up from the market as well. I think I only paid like $1.20 for it. And I picked up some purple or red cabbage as well. That was an additional 20% off. And if you look further up, this is the box of crab legs that I purchased today. Let's take a look at some of them. I'm going to move some of the sauce off out the way. This is a 20-pound box of crab legs that I bought from the market. If you want seafood, DeKalb Farmers Market is the place to go. You're going to get the better deal and the freshness of the food. It's a high turnover, so you don't have to worry about food that's been sitting. And you have to be very careful when you're talking about eating seafood. So I only want the very best for my family. This is a crab leg. This big box was, I think, like $165, but I'm going to try to tilt it some to show you. That is a lot of crab legs. And I mean, you have some big claws for that price. So you're going to get your money's worth when you go. And also you have the option of opening the boxes to see how the crab legs look before you actually purchase them. So we're going to do the crab legs tonight. We're going to steam some crab leg. We're going to season some down. I thought about grilling, but it's a little bit too much for today because I have a lot to cook. I'm going to also show you the oysters and the shrimps that I bought. I had them placed on ice because I didn't want to take a chance in coming home. These are the oysters. They were like, I only got a few because I'm the only one going to eat them. But they were like 99 cents a pound. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 of them for, I think she told me $3. $2, $3 if that. Let's see, $2.70. Let's put that in the sink. Here's the shrimps. They are large shrimps, very large. And I paid $18 for this. They were $11.99 a pound. Those are the shrimps, very large shrimps. We're going to devein these from the top, and then we're going to go underneath for additional weights and the veins underneath. So we're going to do that also. And last but not least, because I need to hurry up and get this in some water before they die, I'm going to see can I pick one up without being a... This is what you call shellfish. These are blue crabs, and they are alive. When you buy these, they have to be moving. If they're not moving, this one's not moving. Let's put him off to the side because he may not be eating tonight. Okay, here's one that's very active. This is what you call a blue crab or shellfish, a blue shellfish. And I didn't buy that many of them because it's like I'm gonna stick to the box. Be careful. But I bought probably about 7 of these. And what you want to do when you buy this kind of shellfish, You want to make sure that they're still alive because when you when you drop it in the water, they have to be alive. This one is very aggressive. But I'm going to dump him now because I'm going to rinse them off right quick and dump them in the water because they're dying. And I don't want them to die, and I paid like $6, $7 for them. It was like $2.99 a pound. So let's get started in preparing our meal for tonight. Okay, the first thing we want to go ahead and prepare is the blue crabs because you want to cook these while they are still alive. And what you want to do is take them to the sink, put them in a pot, or throw them in your sink, rinse them down real good, and boil either half a pot of water or more than this if necessary. It just all depends upon how many blue crabs you have purchased. So I have already rinsed mine off, and they're very aggressive, so I'm going to try to dump them in the pot without getting snapped at. So now you want to dump them in the water while the water is still hot. This one don't want to be cooked. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes to cook them. As you can see, they're turning like an orange or a reddish color, and they're cooking just that quickly. But you must, if you're going to eat these blue shell crabs, you must cook them while they are alive. So the next thing we're going to prepare is the actual crab legs. This is detached from the crab itself. It comes frozen. We're going to rinse this off real good, clean it a little bit in between, but you don't have to do this, but I'm going to clean it a little bit in between. And this is what you call a seafood pot, or a large pot for cooking, like, I guess just if you're going to cook a lot, you'll buy a pot like this, but I call this my seafood pot. This is what I use whenever we're having seafood. So I have put in almost half a pot of water in here, because I have quite a few crab legs to cook. But I'm going to go and place this on the owl, let this start to boil while I wash down the crab legs, and then I'm going to place them in the boiling water. So, okay, I'm going to show you how to clean it a little bit before placing it in the pot, because you want to rinse some of that sea salt off of there. That's waste in between. You would take your hands and just go in between there. And this is what I like to do. I would go in between here and clean some, rinse it off, rinse all the sea salt water off, and I will boil it for 2 or 3 minutes, pour that water off, and then boil it again. And the reason being so it will not taste like a lot of sea salt. And rinse it out real good. Place that there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and place some of these in the pot. Here's one that's detached from the body. As you can see, there is some waste in between that joint. I'm going to rinse that out. And on top, I'm going to clean all that off before I place it in the pot. Take a fork, spoon, whatever you gotta do to take that out of there. As much as you can, at least. Flip it over, turn the groove. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Let's see, rinse some of that out real good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean my hands, put these in the pot. Okay, the water's not boiling, but it's hot. So we're going to go ahead and place these inside. Some's going to emerge into the water, and some going to be sitting on top, but that's fine because what it's going to do is steam clean it. I'm sorry, steam cook it. Okay, we have room to put some more in the pot. I have my bag over here to the side that I'm cleaning with. I'm going to clean a few more and probably fill this pot up midway because we still have room. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take this pot and place it back over on the stove and let it begin to boil. Okay, that's good enough. We're going to take this over to the stove and allow it to start boiling because as you can see it's hot, but we need it to boil at least for, I want to say about 15 minutes. Okay, what I'm about to do right now is go ahead and we're going to clean these oysters. And the pot that I cooked the blue crabs in, we're going to take them out because they should be ready. But these are the oysters. Now this would taste good steamed and then placed on a grill just to have that char grill mesquite type taste to it with a little either hot sauce or lemon butter. I'm going to rinse those off real good. Make sure, this is very important, when you're cooking oysters, make sure it's not open anywhere on the oyster, because if it's open, you have to discard those. And make sure also when you go to your market, your local market, that when they sell them to you, they're not open, so it won't be a waste of your money. These are not open. Okay, that's it. We're going to go over to the stove and check on those blue crabs because they should be ready. I'm going to take that out. And then I'm going to place the oysters in that same pot. Let's clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, let's go over to the stove. Okay, checking on our blue crabs. They are ready. They're fully orange in color. That lets you know that they are ready. I'm going to take that out and place it in this. I'm going to let them cool off a little bit, because I have to rinse them again, open the body. I'm going to show you how to open the body, because as I was at the market, someone asked me, they was playing with the blue crabs, but they didn't know how to prepare them, and I told them, so they decided they would give it a try. Okay, that's it. I'm going to place this off to the side, let it cool down. We're going to rinse that off, and then I'm going to open this body up and show you how to prepare this dish with the blue crabs. I'm going to take this water out and put some fresh water in, and then place my oysters inside this pot. Okay, let's check on the water to see if have it started to boil. It has not, but it's hot, so we can go ahead and place these oysters inside the pot. And it really doesn't matter how much water, at least you have enough water to cover or enough to steam them. But I prefer for them to be submerged underwater to cook. And I'm going to cover that. That really is not going to take no more than about 10 minutes. So I'm going to cover that pot, let that begin to boil. So now we're going to start on the shrimps. We're going to devein both sides, and then I'm going to make up a batter to fry them. Okay, let's go ahead and start on these shrimps. The first thing we want to do is take the outer skin off. Let's go ahead and pull that off. We're going to throw that away. I have a bag over to my left. Hold your hand on the tail part and the other hand on the body and just pull it off. It's going to be quicker if I go ahead and take all the skin off and then go back and devein the shrimps. Okay, I finished taking all the shell off the shrimps. Now I'm going to show you the correct way of deveining a shrimp. Get a knife that's comfortable for you and place that shrimp in the palm of your hand with your index and your thumb and rest the body long ways. Take your knife and you're going to move your shrimp. That is what you call waste. All that is that is waste. We're going to take all of that out, but we're going to rinse it out under the water. Even down towards the tail end, you want to take all that out. Okay. That's nice and pretty. So you think you're through. You're finished with that, but you're not. What I want you to do is flip it over to the bottom. There's a vein that comes at the very bottom. You will see it. It's white. I like to take that out as well. And there it goes. That's a vein that's at the very bottom. I like to clean the top and the bottom. I'm gonna put it over my water and look for that vein. You can see it. You're gonna lift it up. If you want to go the extra mile and take that back side off, you can. I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning the rest of them, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is the last shrimp that I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna cook all of my shrimp. I'm gonna put these up for a later time. But take that knife and go down the back. Sometimes when you have waste inside of here, it may be yellow or orange looking. Go ahead and take that out too. That's the waste sack. You can see it right in between there. We're going to take that out. Once I flip it to the other side. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these butterfly style. I'm sorry. You're going to take your knife, instead of going halfway, if you was just boiling these, it would be fine to go just that length. But since I'm going to deep fry them, you want to take your knife and go all the way down so it lays out flat like a butterfly. Okay, that's the last one I'm going to do. Mix something. That's the last one I'm going to do. Rinse that off. Now what I'm going to need now to make my batter to dip these or to fry them, I'm going to need 2 eggs and 1 cup of milk. We're going to place these to the side because I'm not going to cook all of these today. Clean up my area. Okay. In a bowl. Okay, we're going to take 2 eggs. I'm going to take it, position it on the side, crack it, release that egg. Release the egg. For me, I'm going to take off the egg yolk cord. I'll discard that. You don't have to do this. Okay, let's do this egg. Flip it over because there's another cord. Okay, I got both off. Let me clean out my sink right quick. Okay, so we have 2 eggs. We're going to add, instead of a cup of milk, let's go with the 1/2 cup. Because I don't know if that bowl. We're going to go with what I said originally. We're going to do with a cup. 1 cup of milk. That's 1/2 cup. And the other make an equal whole. Okay, that's all we need. 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs. And we're going to whisk that together. It's going to turn yellow. And that's what you want it to do. A lot of times people tend to use cornmeal to coat their shrimps. But I want mine to be light and fluffy because we're going to use the dipping sauce that I bought from the farmer's market. Make sure you mix that up very well. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay. Clean up my station again, if you don't mind. Okay, so what I want to do now is make sure I pour all of that water off of there. Leave that in that bowl. We're going to take this egg and milk and pour it all over the shrimps. Now with a few of the shrimps, I'm going to put some season on it, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm not going to directly pour the season into my mixture or my mix. I'm not going to pour the season over here in the mix because a few of them I'm just going to batter them with flour, dip them with flour and fry them because we want to use that pineapple sauce I bought in the sweet and sour sauce as a dipping sauce. So you want to leave that there like that. I'm going to get something for the flour. I'm going to put some self-rising flour in here. Open this. And I think I'm going to put probably about 2 cups of, let's go with 3 cups, about 3 cups of flour. That should be about 3 cups of flour. And that's the White Lily self-rising flour. Just plain flour, nothing in it, just plain old flour. I'm going to go over to the stove, put a skillet on, add my grease. That's going to be my deep fryer. I have a deep fryer, I'm not going to use it. You can use your stove to serve as a deep fryer as well. If you don't have that, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy a deep fryer. But for right now, I'm going to allow this to sit. Go ahead and get a skillet ready with some cooking oil in it. Allow it to get hot. And we're going to begin to fry the shrimps. Okay, we're going to go ahead and prepare these shrimps. Some I'm going to have seasoned and some not. Right now, this has been sitting in the egg and milk mixture that I made up. I'm going to dip it. Now, this is a hand thing. My hands are clean. We're going to dip it inside the flour, double dip, then deep fry. I'm just going to get a few. You want it wet and slimy. Hold it. Get a few more. You're going to coat it in your flour, as so. 2 ways you can do this. After you coat it, it's going to look all like it's wet. But that's fine. That's how you want it to look. I'm going to take a few pieces. I have 3 pieces in my hand. I'm going to quickly double dip. Put it back in. Dip it back in. Throw it back across. Golden. Turn that down. It's a little bit too fast. I'm going to turn that out down. Yeah, that's just a little bit too fast. Pull it down. We all know shrimp, it really doesn't take that long to cook shrimp. These going to look a little bit toasted because the grease is really hot when I place it in there. Okay, we have already battered these in the mixture, and we're going to go ahead and deep fry these. They're going to look just like that. When you're cooking shrimps, kind of cook it on a low setting because you don't want them to burn, the outer shell to burn quickly. Because you know, shrimp does not take that long to cook, probably 2 or 3 minutes the most. And once you get those in, you're going to take your tongue, fork, or whatever you have, you're going to toss them around. Like okay, these have been cooking probably for about 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and remove this from the grease. And if you have a cooling rack, go ahead and allow those to cool on your cooling rack. As you can see, they're golden brown. You really don't want to cook these too long or cook them at a very high temperature because you will burn them. And that is how it's going to come out. I'm going to go ahead and cook the remaining of these shrimps, and we're going to go ahead and begin to plate. And also I'm going to show you the secret recipe I talked about with the blue crabs and the Italian dressing. Okay, these are the last of the shrimps that I had. I have a couple more left. I'm going to take the remaining out of the egg mixture and apply it in the flour. Now we talked about it didn't have any season. What you can do, I'm going to open my season. About a tablespoon of that, pinch of black pepper, onion powder, about 2 tablespoons of onion powder. You want to mix that up real good because you really want the season to be in your flour and not on your shrimp because it makes it kind of heavy when you fry it. I'm going to test my owl because I had to turn it off for a second. And we're going to deep fry those right quick. We're going to go ahead and deep fry the remaining of these shrimps. There's only a few left. Remember, you don't want to have your temperature too high because shrimps only take about 2 to 3 minutes to deep fry. Whether you're using a deep fryer or you're going to use a pot like I did on the stove. Fry those right quick. Okay, this out ready. Let's come out pretty. Let those finish cooking for another minute or so. We're going to take those out. Okay, the oysters are finished. As you can see, when you steam cook these oysters, they're going to open up and release. Do not be alarmed because sometimes they will not open and you have to actually do the work yourself, which is not that hard to do. All of these just about have opened up. Okay, we have one last thing to do and we're going to plate our meal and enjoy our seafood buffet or seafood fest for tonight. There's your oysters. They're ready. They're open. Okay, I'm going to bring the crab legs over to the counter. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove our crab legs from the pot and put them in our roaster because that's how I'm going to serve them. Now on a couple of these, since the kids really don't like this part of it, do this with caution if you want to do it. Break that off. Break it off. If you can break the body off, put it in a bowl by itself if you want to try this recipe. Ooh, hot. I'm just going to have some just plain legs because they were not. Break that off. Those are really hot. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and place these inside the pot. This is going to be our serving pot for tonight. Some of the ends of the claw legs I'm going to take off. I'm going to break the entire thing off. They're really hot right now. I placed a couple of them already in the bowl for this last recipe. Now with crab legs, if you're boiling them and you want that boiling season, you can actually add that to the pot as you're boiling your crab legs. But this is our dinner for tonight. I want to go ahead and plate that on my table, but some of these ends I'm going to actually just break off. Can't do it right now, really hot. I've broken some of them off already and placed it in a bowl. Now I'm going to bring the blue crabs over and mix that with the blue crab. We're just going to do a few to show you. You're going to take a blue crab when you cook it like this. Take something and you're going to prowl. You really want this back end is what you want. A lot of people don't even want to be bought. I grabbed it from the side of the head, open it up. All of that's going to be in there. You're going to come to your sink. You want to clean, break off all the legs. Rinse the legs off. Throw it in your bowl. Rinse it off real good. That's meat on there. A lot of people just tend to suck on it. Now this is the base of that. What you want to do is remove that, discard that, take all of this, these fins, take all of that off. Take all the fins off. To give you an idea, the base leg of the crab leg, we're going to break those off because the kids tend to play with this, and that's meat. That's a lot of meat inside there. You can break it up. I'm going to add some more to the pot, but just not right now. You're going to take your favorite Italian dressing. Any Italian dressing you may like. Wash out the sink right quick because everybody's ready to eat. Take your favorite dressing. Let's see. You're going to open the top. Shake it up real well. I forgot. Shake it up real well. We're gonna pretend like the bowl is full, and that's your crab leg meat. And you're gonna take your favorite Italian dressing and just pour it all over it. And what you're gonna do is allow this to marinate inside this. Put it in the refrigerator for probably about an hour or two. So through the night, when you want something light and simple, you can go for this. Put it in a bowl. This is good. This is really, really good. But I'm gonna add some more to it. But I just wanted to show you how that's gonna come out. We're gonna go ahead and plate everything because I have completed this meal for tonight, and we're gonna show you this meal plated and also on my table. So here you have it, the final product. We have the steamed crab leg, we have the deep fried battered shrimps I made, we have the steamed oysters, and we have the Italian crab meat with slices of lemon and a side order of butter. And I think for another dipping sauce, I'm going to try this sweet pineapple sauce on my shrimps. And on a couple of other shrimps, I'm going to try this sweet and sour sauce. So there you have it. Doesn't that look delicious? So I hope you have enjoyed the time we have shared together in making this seafood fiesta. Until next time, be blessed.